Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your time and attention today. My name is Raffi Damayanti, and in this presentation, I'm going to talk about business entities in business activities. Before we start, let's think about something simple. Whenever we see a shop, a restaurant, or even a large company, each of them has a different structure and form. Some are owned by one person, others by group or even the government. The form of an organization that runs a business is called a business entity. Understanding business entities is very important because it helps us know how a business is built, who is responsible for it, and how risks and profit are managed. In this session, we will explore what a business entity is, its main function, the different types that exist, and how to choose the right one for long-term success. So, a business entity is an organization created by one or more individuals to perform economic activities and earn profit. It is the formal or official shape of a business that is recognized by law. This means that the business has a structure, a management system, and a level of legal responsibility that define how it operates. For example, when someone opens a small coffee shop, the shop becomes a business entity even if it's only managed by one person. On the other hand, large corporations like Unilever or Tokopedia are also business entities, but they have a more complex structure with many people and legal documents. Simply but Simply put, a business entity is like the legal identity of a business. It shows how the business exists in the eyes of the government and society. Without this legal identity, a business cannot operate formally, sign contracts, or build long-term trust with others. A business entity plays many important roles in ensuring that a business runs smoothly and professionally. Its first function is to help organize and manage operations to that every activity, from buying material to selling product, is done systematically. It also gives legal recognition, which means the government and the public acknowledge that the business officially exists. Another major function is to protect the rights and responsibility of the owner. For instance, if something goes wrong in the business, the law can clearly identify who is responsible. In addition, a business entity makes it easier to raise funds, get loans, or attract investors because it provides a clear legal structure that builds trust. Finally, it helps the businessman create credibility with partner, customer, and financial institutions. When people see a registered business, they feel more confident in dealing with it, which is why forming a proper business entity is such an essential step in building a sustainable business. In Indonesia, business entities are generally divided into two main categories: non-legal entities and legal entities. The difference between these two is based on whether or not the business has its own legal status separate from its owner. Non-legal entities do not have a separate legal identity, meaning that the owner and the business are considered the same in the eyes of the law. If the business gets into debt, the owner must pay its personal, even using their own money or asset. On the other hand, legal entities are recognized by law as independent from their owner. Choosing between these two types depends on their size, goals, and risks of the business. Small entrepreneurs usually start with non-legal entities because they are easier to establish with, while bigger companies prefer legal entities for better protection and credibility. Next, a non-legal business entity is the simplest form of business ownership. It does not have a separate legal personality from its owner, meaning that everything the business owns is directly tied to the individual who runs it. If the business earns profit, the owner keeps it all, but if the business loses money or gets sued, the owner must personally pay for it. This type of entity is common among small business owners or freelancers because it is easy to start, requires little paperwork, and does not need complicated registration. However, it also comes with big personal risks. For example, if the business fails or owes debt, the owner's house, car, or savings can be taken to cover the loss. That's why non-legal entities are considered simple but risky. There's, they are a great starting point for new entrepreneurs who want flexibility but not suitable for large-scale or high-risk operations. Nah, a sole proprietorship or usaha perorangan is the most basic form of non-legal business entity. It is owned and managed by a single person who makes all decisions and enjoys all profit. The biggest advantage of a sole proprietorship it is its simplicity. It's very easy to start, does not require complicated documents, and gives the owner full control over everything. The owner can make quick decisions without having to discuss with partner, which is make operation flexible. However, this freedom comes with great risks. The owner has unlimited liability, meaning in the business has debt or face a lawsuit. The owner must pay it using personal money or property. It also has limited capital because it depends only on one person is such. And when the owner stops managing it, the business usually ends too. So while a sole proprietorship is perfect for small business, it's not ideal for large or long-term enterprises. A partnership or persekutuan usaha is a business that is owned and operated by two or more people who agree to work together for profit. In Indonesia, there are two main forms of partnership, firma and CV atau Commandeiter Vennootschap. In, in a firma, all partners actively participate in managing the business and share equal responsibility for debt and profit. This means if one partner causes a problem, all partners share the consequence. In a CV, there's are two types of partner: active partner who manage the business and carry full responsibility, and silent partner who only invest capital but don't get involved in management. Partnership can bring more money, experience, and creativity because more people are working together, but they can also lead to disagreement or conflict if communication is poor. Trust, honestly, and clear agreement are the key to a successful partnership. Next, a legal business entity is a company that is officially recognized by law as a separate legal person from its owner. This means the company itself can own property, sign contract, and take legal action, either by suing or being sued in court. The most common example of legal entities in Indonesia are the limited liability company (PT atau PT) perseorangan terbatas, the cooperative atau koperasi, and the state-owned enterprise atau BUMN. Legal entities are usually more complex to create because they require official documents, notarial deeds, and approval from the government. However, the main advantage is that owners have limited liability. They only risk losing the money that's invested, not their personal asset. This kind of structure is safer for long-term growth, attracting investors and building strong professional credibility in the business world. A limited liability company or PT is one of the most popular and trusted forms of business in Indonesia, as a company whose capital is divided into shares, and each shareholder responsibility is limited to the amount they invest. For example, if a shareholder invests 10 million rupiah, that's the maximum amount they can lose if the company fails. The main advantage of a PT include either access to capital, limited risks, and professional management because it usually has a director, manager, and commissioners. PT also tend to attract investors more easily and have higher credibility in the eyes of the public. However, stability PT is more complicated and costly, since it requires a notary, legal registration, and government approval. Despite that, many people choose PT because they offer stability, safety, and the ability to expand their business in the future. A cooperative or koperasi is a business organization that is based on the spirit of cooperation and fairness. Unlike companies that focus only on profit, a co- cooperative main goal is to improve the welfare of a member. Each member of the cooperative contributes capital and has an equal right to vote, regardless of how much money they invest. This democratic system makes cooperative and unique and people-centered. The profit, often called SHU atau sisa hasil usaha, are shared fairly among members based on participation. The advantage of a cooperative includes shared ownership, fair profit distribution, and strong social bonds among members. However, cooperative often face slower decision-making process and limited financial research. Even so, they play a very important role in supporting local economic and promoting togetherness and equality in business. A state-owned enterprise, known in Indonesia as a BUMN, is a company that is owned and controlled by the electricity. It's usually by the government. It usually operates in important sectors that serve the public interest, such as energy, electricity, and telecommunication. Examples include Pertamina, PLN, and Telkom Indonesia. These companies are vital because they provide essential goods and services for the people. The advantage of a BUMN are that it usually has large capital, strong government support, and a stable market position. However, the disadvantage includes bureaucracy, slower decision-making, and sometimes lower flexibility compared to private companies. Despite this challenge, the women play a key new role in the building the country economy, creating jobs, and supporting national development. Legal entities have several unique characteristics that make them stand out. They have a separate legal personality, meaning they exist independently from their owner. They can own property, make contracts, borrow money and take legal action in court. Another key feature is that legal entities have continuous existence. They do not end even if the owner or shareholder change. This ensures business stability and long-term growth. Legal entities must also be established legally through a notary and registered under government law to gain official status. These characteristics make legal entities stronger and more secure, especially for businesses that plan to expand and attract outside investors. The main difference between legal and non-legal entities lies in their legal status and liability. In legal entities, the company is independent from the owner, and liability is limited to the capital invested. This means that if the business faces loss, the owner's personal asset remains safe. In contrast, in non-legal entities, there is no separation between the owner and the business, so the owner bears full responsibility for all debt and risks. Legal entities usually provide better protection, stability, and easier access to funding, but they require more complex setup and higher costs. Non-legal entities, on the other hand, are simple, fast, and flexible to start, but riskier. Understanding this difference helps business owners choose the most stable from their goals and abilities. Choosing the right business entity is one of the most important decisions when starting a business. The type of entity you choose determines your legal responsibility, financial risk, and management structure. It also affects how you pay tax, how you raise capital, and how much control you have over the company. A clear and well-chosen entity builds trust with investors, customers, and even employees because it shows professionalism and stability. For example, a limited liability company attracts more investors because it provides legal protection, while a small shop might prefer a sole proprietorship for its simplicity. In the long term, the night business entity support growth, reduce risks, and ensure the business can survive even during difficult times. To sum up, a business entity is the foundation of every economic activity. It defines how a business operates, how it's managed, and who is responsible for its success or failure. We learn that there are two main types, non-legal and legal entities, each with their own strengths and weakness. Non-legal entities are simple but risky, while legal entities are safe but more complex. Understanding this difference helps entrepreneurs make smart choices. In the end, the goal of learning about business entities is not just to know the law, but to understand how to build a business that is strong, fair, and sustainable. Thank you thank you very much for listening, and I hope this presentation gives you a clear view of how business entities work in the real time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.